Hey everybody, it's Bust, continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions. Today, we're taking on the 2-star Zed, the Master of Shadows, and we'll be doing battle with our 1-star Teemo. And so, if you aren't familiar with our strategy up to this point, we're taking advantage of Teemo. The 1-star power says that when allies attack, you get to plant the 5 puff caps into the opposing deck, but the big thing we're doing is using the Lost Chapter. The Lost Chapter gives us the 3 spell mana whenever we play a unit, so that allows us to play Teemo on the first turn, and then start casting spells on turn 2, whether or not that's through something we've generated with the Conchologist, a stress defense, or a sump fumes. Everything that we have is kind of centered and built around this Teemo, generating us that extra spell mana. And so, that's who we'll be doing battle with today. Let's head on into the adventure. There we go. 7 clicks, 8 clicks. That's all it takes. 8 clicks got us in this time. Let's see if we can get the best of Zed. All right, into the powers. So creative cards cost 1 less, not that bad. Fast deal can be okay. We don't have a ton of combos with it, but if you're going for like a really aggressive cheap deck, there's nothing wrong with the fast deal. And then we don't want the Chilling Prophecy. I'm actually going to re-roll these. I'm not particularly excited about any of them. The Wild Inspiration should have some combos in here, right? It makes your puff cap generated things be 1 less, your Mushroom Clouds cost 1 less, your cards from Conchologist cost 1 less, but I'm not excited about it. We don't have a ton of those puff cap generators. I mean, yeah, I've done it. I've moved away from it. It's on. When you summon a champion, summon an exact ephemeral copy, that can work here. This will let us flip our Teemo on the first attack. And so maybe we take the Stabilize, be happy with it. So, on to the Sparring Student. When a unit is summoned, give its weakest ally 1/1 this round. Man, the other thing with that ephemeral Teemo is if it's, say, like turn 5, and we've already got our Teemo flipped, but he got killed or something, and then we get to quadruple the puff caps in our opponent's deck. That's not terrible, right? I've definitely had worse ideas. All right, on to battle. All the Teemos. So do we want to play him this turn? Right, the downside now is we're going to lose out on that ephemeral copy, but we don't take the damage from the Sparring Student. I think we're just going to go ahead and play him and say it's a sad day. We're losing out on the dude. Why does he have the bonus? Oh, because we played a unit. Okay. Still have the sump fumes for next turn though. See, this is what I was talking about. If we wanted to attack on turn 1 with the ephemeral copy, the ephemeral Teemo would hit for a damage, and then the second Nexus Strike would get the Teemo flip in. This is going to be painful. We can look to just trade away Teemo on this turn. And then replay another one next turn. Maybe that's not horrible. And then we'll get to... get those double flipped hits in. So you fought valiantly, Teemo, but I assure you, you'll be right back. BRB, my friend, BRB. We want the puff cap up to the left, right? We want the puff caps going into the opposing deck before the doubles hit. All right, so 6 damage to the face. Take him up to 60 puff caps. Is that right? 72. Okay, no complaints. Not a bad start in the puff cap land. Only hit for 3 though. What a scam! What a scam! Ew, gross. I was expecting that like we'll just have to deal with 1 unit this turn. We can stress defense whatever his biggest play is, and not have to worry about too much damage after that. I'm fine to throw away all of our units, but I thought we were just going to be taking 1 damage this round instead of 4. It's okay. I assure you, we'll make it through. It's got 75 puff caps in there. See if we can hit for the lethal. There it is. There's that 11 bomb we were looking for. GG. Alright, so these are all garbage, just so expensive. The teeny dactyl could be okay, right? It's fairly easy to flip with the puff caps running through, but the typical strategy I have with this Teemo is just to cut the 4-cost cards out of our deck, and adding in a 4-cost card doesn't feel very good. So let's take a reroll. Plant a flash bomb trap on each card in the enemy deck. Okay, I'm on board. just get those serious booms in there. Who do we hit here? Just Caitlyn? We got all the puff cap combos today. Beautiful, beautiful. So what do we want to take? There's the healer, which will let us cut a card, or we can go to the Monastery of Harana. I don't remember this one. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so we are just on the ftpbus.com site. You can go up to the utilities section on the top bar, and these exclamation point things are all under the events. And so the Monastery of Harana, you can either heal 25% of your maximum health, or you can choose a card and cut all copies of it from your deck. So it's essentially a healer. We can go to the healer, or we can go to the healer. I'm not familiar enough with this campaign to know what are in these other nodes, right? If the south node is better than the easterly mode, right? If we want to come up towards the top right of the map. And so I think I'll just go towards the monastery. So let's go up against the Brightsteel Protector. Round start, you give the foe's strongest unit a barrier. All right, found a Teemo. Let's look for an early game companion. Hang out with him. Got a Sting Officer. All the flashbang traps happen in this game. Alright, let's get this thing out of the way. I don't know why it didn't have barrier. Did I misread the... Oh, it's round start, it gets barrier. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Ooh, so we got a pup or a Sting Officer. Let's go with the pup. It should be a little bit more aggressive here and getting the puff caps in the opposing deck. And opponents, not going to have a good blocker for it. And then we're going to want to block with it next turn. So I think he's reasonable, right? The Sting Officer, not the world's best blocker. All right, rip Teemo. Looks like you've fought your final battle. Oh, he just doesn't hook anything? That's a strategy. I'm just going to prevent the damage. I think we're safe to come in and just win the game, but... Oh, what a good single combat. A little scary, a little scary. I think we're probably still safe from the damages, but... Didn't go exactly how I wanted.
Next thing I know, I'm up to my britches in purple berries. Where was I?
All right, well, I want to throw it to face, but I don't think it's going to be reasonable with the Poison Dart. Might need multiple manas this turn. Oh, wow, this guy's a 3-3? I forgot about your upgrades, my friend. Wow. It's not a bad board opponent's assembling here, but we can still prevent all the damage. And we do have the Sheriff of Piltover plus Karina combo. And so we should be able to just full clear his board on his next turn. We are going to have to just kind of like hope that he doesn't get to open attack on us. But I think if we add the dude, then hopefully, like, at worst, all we have to face is a all we have to face is like a single point of damage. He looks kind of primed and ready to open attack on us here. Play card. Play card. Single combat. I think I'm okay with the single combat. Alright, Karina. We need your damages. Where you at? Activate the effects of all the traps. So it should spread out 5. I guess we're not super likely to kill anything here, but it says we hit 10 of something. Just hit him for the lethal? LOL. Good job, Karina. That's some good stuff right there. Alright, so the post-battle spoils. I mean, I guess we can just go all in on the puff caps. Entrapment's not a particularly strong card, but, you know, sometimes you just got to go for the highlight reel. So let's head to the monastery. We can heal, we can cut cards from a deck, or we can add an item to a card in our deck. Did we miss one? We missed one on that thing? I'll have to go back and update the site here in a little bit. But I'm leaning towards the cuts. We'll take out this Lecturing Yordle. Again, I like to cut out the 4-cost cards. All right, so the next set, gold chest, shop, or item chest. Let's go towards the item chest. We have a good collection of cards in here. So when one of the foe's units kills, when one of the foe's units kills a unit and survives, transform it into the next strongest Cythria. So when the foe's unit kills a unit and survives. I know I've run into issues with this battle before. I didn't exactly know how it worked. And so you just can't let Cythria boom your squad. Got it. She has tough. That might have been the thing that threw me for a loop before. Well, if we play the Teemo, we're not going to be blocking. Let's just take the 2 damage hit. I guess the 3 damage hit. We'll take the Teemo flip for next turn. See if we can't find something to hit with the Sump Fumes. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, we could just flip our Teemo, right? If we say add this one, and then we get a good entrapment. That's kind of lame, dude. That's kind of lame. Guess he's getting a bonus Cythria. Alright, we picked the unit. Pick this cheap one. Maybe there's more copies of the cheap one than the expensive one. Alright, well, that was enough to get a Teemo flip. Was not expecting that. Now his Cythrias get to grow. Alright, into the Vanguard Squire. Didn't realize Vanguard Squire was a Cythria. Oh, he's got combat tricks too. The single combat's kind of manageable. We can take down the Vanguard Squire with our Sump Fumes. Probably should have played that in the middle of combat, prevented the damage, but a little sloppy, a little sloppy. All right, Caitlyn. What did we hit? 4? So holy shit, she has that. Oh, it's a okay. I was like, why are we getting double Caitlyn's? But that makes sense. It's not just the single, champion. That was the power. Just boom them. Oh, that's sweet. This is one of the sweetest decks we've had. Alright, anything good here? Just stay on theme with the Piltover Peacemakers. Sounds good. Hit up the item chest. Well, I think we'll take more Peacemakers here. It's like, the Ava Achiever is nice, but I don't want to have like 4 and 5 and 6 copies of it in our deck. So, just the Peacemaker. don't think we need to heal. I don't think that Fiora is going to give us a lot of problems, and so I'm going to come in and cut out the Chump Wump. Got plenty of expensive stuff in here, and on to Fiora. So, when one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give the ally tough this round. Uh-oh, no Teemo's here. We'll just take that full mulligan. Like, I'm kind of interested in the Sheriff of Piltover because it's such a strong card, but I think our early mulligans are good. It feels a little like RNG heavy just to hold on to that as our single play. We've never started with the attack token, at least in the games where we've drawn Teemo. Alright, I went units again. What you got? We'll just keep picking the cheapest one, I guess. He hasn't played Cythria yet, so we should be in good shape, I guess. No flips? Only 13 puff caps planted? There's only a single copy of Cythria? What a dumb deck. Alright, well you're always scary, Fiora. I'll give you that. Little scary. Alright, so do we want to go ahead and like Aftershock Fiora so we can try and kill her? That's, I mean, he's already got the riposte in hand. It's kind of scary. Right, if we say Aftershock Fiora and he riposts when we try to Sump Fumes. I don't like it. Goes for a Cataclysm. Well, we should be able to kill her this round. Right, she's going to come in. She'll get the flip off of this, but she'll only have 3 health at the end. Oh, fuck, she gets tough. I don't know about this. I don't know. I forgot that she was going to get tough out of that. Now we can't take her down with the Aftershock. But we got to take a little bit of damage here. That's okay. Now maybe the Achiever can pop off. Caitlyn's gonna be ready to go mad. Oh my god, we completely missed? Oh man, I thought we were gonna be able to hit for just a handful of puff caps, and then when she's flipped and does like 4 or 5 damage, we can come in for the lethals. That's a disaster. We can't get him to drop below riposte mana. Alright. Oh, it just lets her die? Dude, what are you doing? No, it's way different having a 0 Fiora as opposed to a big one. We'll probably still get lethaled here. 2 puff caps. 2 traps. Well, we get 2 blockers out of the Caitlyn. Enjoy attacking into this. She lethal? It's real close. It's only 8 damage from Caitlyn. What's the most he can hit us for? It's not enough. 7 would be the best. So say like he hooks all of our units out of combat, he's only hitting for 7. Alright, well I saw 2 War Chefs in the mix there, so it's going to be a better target than... it's the War Chefs are going to be a better target than whatever the other one was. Who just got killed? How did we die? Did something have overwhelm? F. Do we have revives? I don't know if we have revives yet. I haven't been keeping up with our deck. Alright, we were granted another shot. This deck is so cool. Come on. You can't take us down that easy. Alright, no Teemos. Got to give this another hard mulligan. Wonder if we just don't put any units on the board and then we start playing a bunch of Sheriff of Piltovers. Is that enough for us to get the lethals that we need? I think we're looking a lot better this game, I think. Got this like stress defense to mess with Fiora if we need to. We're going to get to drop all of these flashbang traps into the opposing deck. Oh, he starts out with bonus mana. Okay. I was like, why? Wait, where's this coming from? Interesting. He's just not interested in leveling up Fiora. Okay. Well, let's see what the traps can do. Just not gonna put any dudes on the board. It's a little worrisome if we're gonna try and like manage Fiora with a stress defense, that we get to heal her back up and prevent a lot of this flashbang trap damage. But let's see what happens. So
I need only one to win.
we got our superstar Caitlyn here. This summon a copy barrier thing has been so strong. We're not gonna be able to lethal with the traps, but she'll hit for a strong amount. All right, he just gives up on Fiora again. Okay. Well, that feels positive, you know. Oh, we got Karina. I don't think we want to play Karina until next turn. I mean, wow, maybe we should have. I didn't stop to think about how like epic the combo is in terms of activating all the traps and then having Caitlyn hit for the damage. What? We'll see. It's like he has to open attack now or it's really bad for him. He's getting murdered. All right, we're doing the murdering now. I think we're okay.
This will be my magnum opus.
All right, 18 puff caps. 40 flashbangs. Rip. We would have most certainly won that the previous turn when we have 2 flashbang traps on every card in the deck. So, good stuff. Good stuff. And glad we recovered. It would have been sad if this run finished early. Get some real big numbers coming out of these. All right. So how do we feel about these? The 1/1 onto Teemo seems like better than Bonded Bucklers, but we're not passing on Game Start Draw Me. Just guarantee that we get Teemo in our opener. We are rocking and rolling now. So on to the powers. The cards you drew this round cost 1 less is reasonable. We're looking to spew off a lot of cards quickly. I think I'm okay with that. Not really interested in nab or vulnerables. We're not a real combat-centric style deck. Okay, so do we want to go up to the Mageseeker Insider? This is definitely like a losable match. I don't feel like we need the power to be able to win. But the Yusari is kind of a scary matchup as well, since at the round start they get to give a unit elusive, and so they have ways to manage our Teemo. That's tough. That's a tough one. Is this a spells chest, not an item chest? All right. Well, I'm just gonna go into the Yusari. I'm a little scared to take on the vicious enemy since we actually lost a game to Fiora, and we don't have that revive on backup to manage if a draw goes bad. I think we should be like strong enough to take it down, but this at the end of the day feels a little bit safer. Then this hand's reasonable enough. I don't want to get too creative with our mulligans when we're guaranteed to draw Teemo. So we have a lot of this early stuff we're wanting to be doing anyways. Oh, he's just free? Shit, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Heard you're new in the area. Zahn taught me to never let my guard down, keeping pace.
All right. Get them traps planted. Right, so this is the part I'm starting to worry about, though. Like, we can protect our Teemo next turn. We can stress defensing, but he's going to have a unit with Challenger and a unit with Elusive, and we don't really have the tools to ever stop him from doing this. Right, we don't have a great way to win these combats, and so I'll pick the Proximity Puff Cap here. It gives us an opportunity to kill whatever his Elusive unit is, but again, you know, this is a little scary. We don't have good blocks on any of this stuff. So let's pass. We're going to lose the Teemo. We'll just go in front of like the biggest damage bro with the Conchologist. We're going to gain, or if we wait till next turn, we'll gain 6 off of the Peacemaker. Probably need to block. Okay. you gotta make a sad noise whenever you're forced into blocking. We'll give up on our Teemo. We'll just have to switch to being in Caitlyn mode here. Okay, 2 to 1 unit and 1 to another. Not quite enough. Let's just pick up the Wallop. Alright, what a bummer. I knew this Usari was going to be tough.
Persistence is key.
Taking 3? Not terrible. We're starting to get them ground down. Alright, bring in the pup. It's not an exciting Caitlyn. It's only going to be a 1 damage hit. But kind of feel like at this point we need to just get her on the board. Start planting all those all the traps into the top of their deck. We can be pretty defensive on the next attack with both the stress defense and the Wallop. And then hopefully that'll be enough to carry us into a lethal on the following turn. Feels like we should have done millions of damage at this point. The games are going so long now. So we'll take 4 damage here. All of our units are fresh and ready to attack the next turn, though. So we get the trade onto our Puffcap Peddler. Now I'm just kind of hoping that we have enough Puffcaps in the top of their deck to just kill off their unit every turn. It's a little tough to pull off, but we've got a lot of damage in their deck now.
Old masks let young eyes see clearly.
Okay, we'll preemptively kill the Usari. We might take 3 from a Brigand attack, And then say I don't know if he commonly comes in and brings hooks on us, but the game should be over at this point. I'm just hoping we can get out without taking any more damage. Of course, the puff caps spread that way. You're one short of lethal now. Hopefully, those puff caps in the deck are enough to save us the damage next turn. There it is. Oof. Karina finally turning up for the booms. All right. Whew, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was easier than the vicious enemy or not. Just I knew it was going to be trouble when they have the blockers and the elusive and they can challenge down our Teemos. We're not a good deck at combating, and so it's a little scary. Here, oh shit, the Ava Achiever with round end reduced my cost. Don't mind if I do. I saw the puff cap pup and was like, yeah, snap this up immediately. But what a really powerful guy. Now the Sump Fumes at -1 cost looks good. Into the shop, we have tons of money need to spend. Don't want a Frozen Thrall. Allies Everywhere Lurk is quite powerful. Let us get some of those aggro's in. Definitely want this triple heal Piltover Peacemaker. I'm going to stack up as many copies of this thing as we can. Otherwise, Omen Hawk with Challengers, not horrible. I think we should probably go with these Clump of Wumps, though. It's a nice early game, powerful unit with the support. The Mushroom Clouds will be free. Feeling pretty good about that coming up against the Zed battle. All right, I'm going to leave the Withering Whale behind, though. So, when the foe gets the attack token, they get a Fleet Feather Tracker. All right, I'm feeling a lot better now, though. I think we've turned the corner into the land of strength. So, do we just hang on to all of this now? Oh yeah, we're gonna draw our Teemo. I gotta remember that. I got excited about all these other goodies we got, and I forgot that we just immediately draw Teemos. So yeah, that's good stuff. Do we want to take the 5 damage? I don't think so. It sucks to lose the Teemo this early, but it's really worrisome fighting Zed, and then Zed being able to just kind of blow you up if it just gets a really efficient Zed draw. So feel better now that we just gained a ton of health, but again, Zed is a little scary to me. So let's just build up now. I think we could have added in the clump, played the Mushroom Cloud, and then flipped our Teemo, but I'm really kind of intent on getting this this puff cap and trap thing into the deck. The traps are the big ones right now, and that he's got a lot of low health units. If we can just start spiking them off of the board, we should be in a pretty healthy position. Ew. All right. Well, I think I'm okay to lose our units. We'll Peacemaker the one that's going to deal the most damage. Isn't really loaded up on stuff in his deck, but I think it's okay. Caitlyn's ready to murder.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent. Hot on the trail. Let's investigate.
All right, so she's not going to get the kill this turn, but we've got all those traps in the opposing deck. They're going to get doubled by the Achiever. And then if he wants to attack next turn, Caitlyn's probably going to hit for about 40. Oh, wow. What an embarrassing collection of cards. Oh, that damage was so low. Trying to impress everyone on the internet, and that turn just did not happen.
I've memorized all the Vandal Scout rules.
Gotta take like 9 this turn? Oh, gotta take like 11 this turn. Oh my god, what a bummer. Ugh. Gross. What a terrible turn. Yeah. So many puff caps and flash bombs, and we just hit one. 1 and 1. Now I bet we hit for tons. That's the way life goes. Alright, well, I want to gain all the health off of this Piltover Peacemaker. I think we can probably make our way into the next turn. And play the Peacemaker and Karina. Oh my god, were we too greedy? Oh no, he's gonna open attack on us. Oh god. Come on, traps. Did we at least kill one thing? Okay. I was like, if we kill one thing, I bet he's willing to... I bet he's willing to play another card. Alright, we just killed him. Shit. I thought that we were going to be able to put the circle on the stack and then respond and gain the 6, but we should have known better. But we should probably count our blessings there. that was very greedy, the way we took that one on. All right, more Ava Achievers. We don't really need them at this point, but let's see those numbers climb. Why not? Either the Scribe of Sorrows, which lets us buy shitty powers, or we can get the Champion chest. I think now that we've got... look at this Caitlyn. I was going to say, now that we've got the like automatic Teemo, I'm ready to branch out into leveling up Caitlyn. And now if we get 3 Caitlyns on the board, or does this put 4 Caitlyns on the board? At any rate, if it's 3 or 4, I still want this summon an ephemeral copy of me. I'm not sure how that sequences, as to where we play the Caitlyn, and then if she summons one, and then the relic happens, and that summons another one. But either way, we should be able to get some really awesome booms coming out of that. Here, I'm going to go for the heal. Cutting cards is nice, but real OTK potential coming out of Zed. So, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. So the standard way you play against Zed and Constructed is you block against one, and then the other one deals the damage, and it doesn't get the flip. If you take that path against Zed here, he's going to get a strike in on your Nexus, and you're going to take those damages. And so, hopefully, we could just get some blockers on board, some Piltover Peacemakers, prevent that damage from coming in on us. This is tough with the Ava Achiever. I know it's like we're just gonna mulligan into Teemo because that's the way life goes. But it's like if he's not in our hand cheapening up, then it's probably a mistake to shuffle him away. All right. Well, I'm gonna get all the cheap friends on the board. I know we lose out on our ephemeral Teemo with this sequence, but I'm willing to let it happen. Now his unit's just gonna die. We've got a flashbang trap on everything. We can hopefully get some good attacks in here. Let's hang on to the Sump Fumes. It's like we could go for the quick flip, but if he plays Zed this turn, I want to be able to Sump Fumes him. Will we even do enough damage? Grumble. Let's see if we can do this next turn, I guess. Now we have the damage. Oh, that's the way we should have thought of it, right? We should have known that we were going to have that flashbang trap come in, and he would have only had 1 health. You all are way smarter about this than I am. I think we're okay, though. Feels like we've probably turned the corner in this one. I like the idea to really start getting these double damage puff caps. Not so much for the puff caps, but for the flashbangs. That's probably just too greedy, though. Let's get all the blockers, or get our blockers on board. Okay, big damage coming in. We didn't hit our lurk, but all the puff caps have landed. We have 2 blockers. If we ever get to cycle around to Karina, she should just end the game. This dum-dum's gonna die on turn start, so I think we're okay. Maybe not now. All right. We removed the unit.
Vandal Scout recruit Ava, ready to land.
They'll never see me coming.
How do these work? Is it when you summon? Okay, so we can try and take down a apprentice in combat. Don't think we need the Teemo anymore. Let's keep our double damage unit active though. Right, if we're gonna double damage next turn after we play Karina, we should be hitting him for right around 1,000,000 damage. All right, pick units. We haven't seen a Silent Shadow Seer yet, so that'll be our puff cap and option. Getting +9 in the deck looks pretty good. Now we're just gonna win with this Karina, right? Am I right? Activate the effects, please.
They found me.
Okay. You'd actually want to send back the Achiever at this point to prevent all those damages. 36 coming in. Got him. GG. And so nice set of battles. That was an interesting spot. It's always nice to see the Caitlyn turn up whenever we're trying to build the Puff Caps deck, but this is the kind of spot you're going to see with yourselves as you build these Teemo decks, is you're really bad at combat, and you're kind of having this combo finish, if you will. And so you're not always going to have Caitlyn as the means to get the full build around, but you're going to have to ask yourself, hey, how do I get the lethal with these Puff Caps? What's my angle for actually killing our opponents? Because now as we're starting to hit 2 and 2.5 and 3-star battles, we're really bad at combat, and we need to deal more damage than normal because the opponent starts with 30 and 40 health. And so you got to kind of start thinking about the long game here a little bit more, as opposed to in these earlier battles where we just say, LOL, here's a 1-drop, here's a 2-drop. That's going to be enough to win the game. And so we were looking towards the Caitlyn in this one. It won't always be the same, but you're going to have to start looking to how do I either get these Teemos into combat, how do I keep Teemo alive, and how do I transition from Teemo hits into Ava Achievers as my method of victory. And so that was fun. I had fun. I hope you enjoyed it too, because that is going to do it for us today. And so I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.